Hi, I'm Ben of Mix Up YouTube, here to do another episode recap of the Spider-Man episode Venom. In this episode, Venom returns, and it's and in this, so Venom returns and he's all big and muscular and monstrous looking, and it's not Peter Parker. And Peter Parker has to find out who Venom and we get to see Flash Thompson returning, and he's tutoring him, and Max is I don't know what else is there to talk about. Like, Max appears and he's like, no, 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 to leave it like there. It reminds me of what could have happened, like, because this was special to him. But anyways, Spider-Man tries to find out who Venom is. He thought it was Tony Stark, but he was in space. He thought it was this guy, then this guy, and then and then it was all building up, and I'm like, oh, I hope it's Eddie Brock. I want Eddie Brock, because in Ultimate Spider-Man, it wasn't Eddie Brock. It was like Harry, then Flash, but then at the very end, it was Flash Thompson. Now, I know in the comics he later becomes Venom, but he later becomes Agent Venom. This isn't Agent Venom. This is Venom, the one we all know, and he's Eddie Brock. Like, I know the story in the comics. Eddie Brock is a photographer who messed up and tries to frame Spider-Man with photos, and he got jealous of Peter and both Spider-Man and angry. So he go so when he was trying to find out who Spider-Man or Venom is, and when Spider-Man was trying to get rid of the black ooze, it doused on Eddie Brock, I mean, sorry. Yeah, Eddie Brock. So it and so the symbiote told him that Spider-Man was Peter Parker and he wanted revenge, and he became Spider-Man. I mean, Eddie Brock became Venom so he can take revenge. I I kind of miss that story. Also, I think I'm a sucker for old 90s Spider-Man comics. I know there's this Clone Saga that may or may not get hate. I think it got some hate with this confusing premise. Like, even the Spider-Man cartoon made fun of it. Yeah, so explain why it was confusing, and is it confusing or something? Because what I've heard in the Clone Saga, there was no Clone Saga here, but in the Clone Saga, there was, sorry to talk about something completely different. In the Clone Saga, it's like Spider-Man meets Ben Riley and he's the clone, but then they did some mixed up DNA and they thought he was the clone. I'm like, I'm asking, why did they think he's the clone? Because of DNA. I mean, don't they remember the day he was born, or how did this got mixed up? But I heard at the very end it was really that Peter Parker, who wasn't the clone, that was thought to be the clone, that he isn't the clone. Yeah, that's really confusing. But yeah, Ben Riley is the clone, and yeah. But I don't know. Anyways, ways I I don't know. I might have a little nostalgia and a little guilty taste for some 90s Spider-Man comics or anything 90s related. I always liked the 90s. They just had a nice charm to them. 80s too, like that feel of camera and music, and it just does something to the heart. But anyways, sorry. Yeah, and there's not really much to talk about, but sort of Mary Jane sort of makes an appearance in the tiger mascot, and Peter saying, "Go get him, Tiger," because she was wearing this tiger mascot for the sports team. So hopefully we get to see Mary Jane. I actually own a comic where in an alternate reality, Spider-Man is married to Mary Jane. Married to Mary Jane, whatever. But in this, Spider-Man when they have a daughter, they both become spider superheroes. So I wonder if they might do that, because I own a poster of, sorry, the light's in the way, but it's Miles Morales. It's the one that's in the light, and the other Spider Girl and Gwen Stacy. So, and there's yeah, there's that, and But yeah, that's my episode recap of Spider-Man. I don't know what else is there to say, and you'll probably see some new videos, and next I'm gonna do the My Little Pony movie review.